Morning. Sorry, this is all shaky. Today's going to be a good day. It is Wednesday, I think. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. We are in Gary, Indiana. I've always liked Gary, Indiana. Really, the only thing I've ever found here is good people. You know, I like it. I like it here a lot. Not much to do, but nice place anyway. The truck stop I'm at ended up sort of being a dive, but I got a shower, so I'm feeling really good this morning. And I came up with a plan for the day, which I'm excited about, and I'll show you why. Well, first, this is breakfast. We haven't gone to Walmart yet, so what I'm eating here is a breakfast sausage and a maple pancake sausage link, I think is what they called that, and my favorite coffee, second favorite coffee. But like I said, I have a plan for the day, and I'm feeling good about it, and I'm going to show you now. Okay, so it occurred to me last night that I'm talking about all these different places that we're going, and some of you have no clue whatsoever as to where I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you real quick the last couple of days, and I'm going to show you where we're going today because I'm really excited about today. Alright, so right now, see, this is the United States of America. Alright, we, let me make this like Google Earth, are here. Where is it? There's my finger, there it is. See Chicago? Just south of that is Gary, Indiana. Okay, there's South Bend that I wanted to end up at yesterday. We ended up over here. All right, so that's where we are now. The last couple of days, we started up here in Presque Isle. Remember that? Okay. That's where we started, all the way up by New Brunswick, Canada. And that day we made it down to right around this 50 mark. Oops, sorry about the light. The 50 right there, that's about where we stopped in Bloomsburg. Alright, so that was a nice little day. Alright, nice little section of the map there we did. Yesterday, oh what a day. 50, we went over, okay, Route 80. This is what we're going to be on for almost the entire trip. At least the next couple of days. Where's my finger? Okay. Here, 80. Okay, so we followed 80 across Ohio. Okay, there's Cleveland. I was talking about that. Toledo. This is 80 and 90. And we end here in Chicago, like I said. Near Chicago. Now today, we're going to go through Illinois. We're going to go through Iowa. We're going to go into Nebraska to Grand Island. See that? Grand Island, Nebraska. There's a Walmart in Grand Island, Nebraska that where we're going to get food because I'm tired of eating this special stuff. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Ending Grand Island today. Tomorrow, we're just going to continue on 80 again. Finish off Nebraska, get into Wyoming, and probably, I haven't done the numbers yet, we'll probably stop somewhere around here on the southwest corner of Wyoming. Alright, the following day, we're going to be in either Idaho or Oregon. We'll be right around there, and then we'll shoot up and down to where we're going. That is a guess, but today is not a guess. Today we're going to be in Grand Island, Nebraska. Alright? There's not a lot in these states. I keep saying that, I know, but the eastern half of the United States is just boring. At least, you know, stuff to look at while you're on the highway. Alright, listen people. If you live in these places, I don't need you knocking on my door saying, hey, my place is fun too. But from the highway, it's not. Okay? Illinois is alright. When you go up into Chicago, Chicago can be fun. There isn't a whole lot else. St. Louis and all that. I just drive through these places. You know, so from Route 80, there isn't a lot to see. Now, when we get into Wyoming and Utah and Idaho and Oregon, there is stuff to see. And it is, you know, I don't know, it's prettier. There's like mountains and crap. I like mountains because I didn't grow up around them. Yeah, so Illinois is alright. Iowa, the biggest truck stop in the world, is right here on I-80, and I have never been there. I'll see if we have time to stop, maybe check it out and see what that's all about. But that's right here near the border of Illinois and Iowa on Route 80. I've been in Iowa a handful of times, and really always just sort of driven through it on 80 or 35. Nebraska, if anyone has ever heard anything about Nebraska, you've heard that it's boring and flat. It is correct. I almost got sucked up in a hurricane here a few weeks ago. A hurricane, yeah, right. A tornado. When I was on my way from Oregon the first time, I was coming down through Nebraska, and I was on the phone with a friend when I almost got blown off the road. It was actually really scary. And I heard about an hour later that there were tornadoes in Nebraska, right where I had just been an hour before. So these things were chasing me. Not just the tornadoes, there was this huge storm, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and quarter-sized hail. All right. So anyway, enough about Nebraska and hail. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and we're going to get going. I'm running a little bit late here. I was doing some film of a truck stop, and after I was done, I was really happy with it. After I was done, I realized that I videoed the whole thing in portrait view. So I chucked that. I'll do it again at a different truck stop. Yeah, but we're going to get going. Let me eat real quick, and we'll get on the road. It just occurred to me that you guys probably haven't seen a truck stop before, maybe some of you, but where I'm from, people haven't seen a truck stop before, because it's one of the few places in the country that doesn't have any, which is around Philadelphia area. The Northeast doesn't have a whole ton. When you get out here in the Midwest, there's a lot of them. Pilot, Flying J, Loves, Petro, TA, they're everywhere. So I'll show you around this thing. There is not much to see, but I'm running out of stuff to talk to you about anyway. So let's go with this for now. Alright. We're all ready to go for the day. I'm just going to pull out here. I'll drive around a little bit. I don't know what we're going to see, because I haven't walked this lot or anything. But hopefully there's no lot lizards here. So what a truck stop is a big place. It's pretty much a big parking lot where trucks stop. It almost looks like a dealership, except all the trucks are crappy. But yeah, you usually got up here, you'll see a shop. So if there's stuff wrong with your truck, you can get it fixed. You got flat tires, or like me, last week, if all 4 of your batteries died, which happened to me on a reset last week in Harrisburg. So this is where you can do that. There's one at most truck stops. And wow, these guys weren't here yesterday or last night. And I saw this part because you remember the truck wash we went to? That is right over here. And yeah, there's just rows and rows and rows of these fine gentlemen and ladies sleeping. Alright. Oh, this is where that truck wash is. that pretty teal building right there? That's it. And that, again, is one reason why I stayed here last night, was so that we could get the truck washed and make it as gorgeous as it is now. Do not block entrance to TBK Tarp. Oh, I hope I can get through here. Yep, we can get through. This is a different company. I wonder how many trucks have gotten stuck in here. Alright, we're going to go right through this little hole. Over there yonder with that red roof, you can see the Flying J, which is the name of the truck stop we are at. It has a Denny's in it. Most Flying J's, or most of these chain truck stops have some kind of food. Usually a restaurant, and then they'll have their own. I don't know what, crumb shop. Make your truck look nice. But that is the truck stop. Over here is the fuel island. I'm going to turn away from these people so I don't think I'm going to hit them. And this is the exit. This whole intersection is under construction, so this might take a minute to get out. So I'm going to turn this off for now, and I'll talk to you guys in a moment. Okay, so we're coming up to our fuel stop here. Pretty sure it's the Flying J up here, but it might be the TA. I'm not entirely sure. Turn right at the traffic light. And this truck behind me is going to try and cut in. That ain't happening. It looks like it's the TA. I'm going to have to double check the email that they gave me. I get an email saying where I'm supposed to stop for fuel because of the discounts they're getting for fuel on there. But this is a TA truck stop. It's one of the main. There's grinding at a truck stop again. It's one of the big truck stop chains that we go to. That you'll probably see a lot of throughout these trips. Yeah, welcome professional drivers, isn't that nice? And this dude wants to get killed. What? What? What are we doing? Really? Oh, Lord. I love it when people do stuff like that and then they yell at you for it. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so let's double check the email. Make sure this is where we're supposed to be because there's two truck stops right next to each other here. Let's see. Fuel Solution. We're going to view that. Why is this so zoomed in? I guess it's not. Alright. Bloomsburg, Morris, Illinois. TA Morris Travel Center. We're in the right spot. So I'm going to go fuel up. We've got a half a tank of fuel already, but where our next stop is in North Platte, Nebraska. Actually, we might be there today. Why am I picking up so much fuel? 112 gallons is what I'm supposed to get here. Alright. Whatever, I'll get it. And we need some DEF too, diesel exhaust fluid. We're at about a little under a half a tank on that. You don't want to run out of that stuff because the engine will derate and shut down. Alright, so what I have to do, you can't go off duty when you're fueling. I need to put myself on duty fueling. So I don't get paid for this, but I have to be on duty anyway because DOT says so. There's some stuff we can get away with. This isn't one of them. Alright. All fueled up. I'm running out of water, so I picked up some drinks. Gatorade. Water. Cold water. I haven't had cold water in a few days because my stupid fridge, which we need to get whatchamacallit, an extension cord. We're doing that later today. We have to. And this stuff, if you've never tried this, try it. This Pure Leaf crap, I'm not usually too into tea and iced tea and all that. But this stuff, it's the metal bottles. There's the ones that are plastic, they kind of suck. But where are you? There you go. This, can you see it? Whatever it's called. Fuji Apple and Ginger is just freaking amazing. Oh, I'm gonna save it for later. Right now I've got my coffee and my Mayo Energy. So we're gonna go with that. Let's get out of here. When I sign back on, we should be in Iowa. Should be. And if I stop between here and Iowa, I am being a wuss. Because I'm just inside of Illinois, about 60 miles inside of Illinois, but Illinois isn't that big. Well, it is, but going across the top of it doesn't take that long. So I need to be able to do that absolutely without stopping. We did 7 hours straight the other day. This should not be a problem. You never know when you're going to get tired, though. I can't imagine I would. Anywho, I'm getting back on the road, back on 80, everyone's favorite, and we'll see where we get to next time I turn this thing on. So this is Illinois. We're in the middle of the country, so this is where things start to look a little different. An interstate isn't interstate anymore. They're all designed the same, pretty much, except in New Jersey, where everything is just all kinds of messed up. Road-wise, anyway, you know. There's the mafia. You guys are cool. Not messing with you. Don't come and get me. But the roads are all jacked up in Jersey. But anyway, this is Illinois. And the difference here is you start seeing different kinds of trees. That's pretty much it. Different kinds of trees. Again, on the interstate. Chicago is great if you want to sit in traffic. That's really good for that. And like I was saying before, you know, there just isn't, I haven't done a whole lot in Illinois except drive through traffic in Chicago and drive across it to Iowa. But this is what it looks like if you're wondering if you should come to Illinois for a scenic drive. If this for you is something that's exciting, then have at it. Okay, so this is maybe important to point out. You see this douche rocket in front of me? He just passed me about, I don't know, 70 miles an hour? 75, something like that. Cut in front of me and then slowed down. Right now I'm slowing down to get distance between the two of us. And this is something that people in cars, or four-wheelers as we call them, you just don't get, alright? And this is important to understand, so anyone who drives a car, please listen. Trucks, big trucks that weigh 80,000 pounds, we don't stop quickly. I don't know if this is news or what, but it's a whole lot of weight, and even though we have very large brakes and we have engine brakes, these things don't want to stop at all. to illustrate that, I'll tell you just how long. If a truck is weighted correctly, okay, and trucks don't stop as well when they're empty as they do when they're loaded. They're made to operate best when they have a load on them. So around 80,000 pounds, 70 to 80,000 pounds at 60 miles an hour. If I were, let's say something were to happen up there, I have, well, from the time I hit the brakes and start downshifting, best case scenario, in a perfect world, completely flat surface, tires are perfectly inflated, the weather's perfect, you're on a perfectly level road, everything's, right with the world. It takes about the length of a football field, including the end zones, to stop this thing. Okay? About 120 yards. 110 to 120 yards. So that's once I've noticed it and the truck has started braking, that's how long it takes. If you cut in front of me, 20 feet in front of my bumper, and something happens, there's nothing I can do to help you. Nothing. As much as I might like you, I'm sure you're a wonderful person, but, it's not going to work out well for you at all. So you'll be dead, and I'll be in jail, and I won't have a career anymore. So please don't do that. Now, the other thing that I've been told about is the delays before you start braking. So at 60 miles an hour, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're traveling around 88 feet per second. And there's a couple things that happen before you can start braking. From the time someone notices an obstacle or a problem up ahead, the time it takes for them to see that, and then for their brain to recognize it, and for you to start putting that into action, your plan, like braking, it takes about a half a second. They say a half a second to 3/4 of a second. We'll round it up, let's just call it 1 second. Then there is a delay once I hit the brake pedal. These brakes are run on compressed air. I showed you the air tanks before. So by the time when I hit the brake pedal, compressed air has to go from these tanks back to those brakes. That takes another half a second to 3/4 of a second. So we're going to round that up too. We'll call it 2 seconds just to be safe. Okay, total. Between me seeing it, my brain recognizing it, hitting the pedal, and the brakes starting to work, is about 2 seconds, we'll call it. So at 88 feet a second, I've just traveled 176 feet before the truck starts slowing down. So about half the length of a football field, a little more, before the truck starts slowing down. Then, in perfect conditions, we've got over a football field. So you're looking at a football field and a half, best case scenario, for me to stop. So right now, you see this guy in front of me, I'm actually too close to him because I'm paying attention to you and not him. The right following distance that I need is about a 7-second following distance, 7 or more. So what you do is, you sort of pick a stationary object and count off the seconds once he passes that. Right here is just about safe. If something happened to him, I'm going 55 miles an hour. I would be able to stop or get around it in the time that I have. But again, if you cut right in front of me, you're being a jerk. Don't do it. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You could blow a tire and your car could go sideways. Your engine could seize up because you haven't changed the oil in 2 years. You're in a machine, and it's not really cool just to assume that machine is not going to break down and kill you or me or any of the terrible things that happen out here, because they happen all the time. So there's my rant. please don't cut in front of me. Give trucks lots and lots of room, not because we want it, we do. We actually really don't like cars. But not because we want it as much as we need it. Yeah. Because if you're too close and something happens, you know, they're going to be able to pour what's left of you into a ketchup bottle. And nobody wants that. Alright, rant over.